The motives of Jehu's mixed political and spiritual ones. 2 Kings 10 verses 28 to 29. Thus Jehu destroyed Baal out of Israel. Howbeit from the sins of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, wherewith he made Israel to sin, Jehu departed not from after them, to wit, the golden calves that were in Bethel and that were in Dan. Why did Jehu completely destroy the idols of Baal but leave the golden calves standing? Jehu's reasons were more political than spiritual. If he removed the golden calves, and the people might start traveling to Jerusalem to worship, and that was in the rival southern kingdom. Jehu didn't want to lose the loyalty of his people. Destroying Baal worship made Jehu look good politically because Baal was connected to the previous king's Ahab's family. So, getting rid of Baal won him support. The golden calves felt acceptable to many people because they believed these idols represented God. But even if they meant well, God had clearly said in His law that creating images to worship, even once meant to represent Him, is still idolatry. Jehu was willing to tear down the sins of others, but he kept the idols that benefited him. And we can be the same way today. It's easy to point out what others are doing wrong, but ignore or excuse the sins we don't want to give up. God calls us not to just destroy the Baal in our lives, the obvious sin, but also the golden calves, the hidden things we hold unto because they benefit us. Identify your motives when making a decision. Proverbs 21 verse 2. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but Jehovah weighs the hearts. Check your motives before making a decision. Have you ever thought you were doing the right thing, but somehow it didn't feel right inside? In Proverbs 21:2 reminds us, people may think they are doing right, but God examines their hearts. Even when our choices seem good to others, or even to ourselves, God looks deeper. He sees our true motives. So before making a decision, pause and ask yourself, why am I really doing this? Would God be pleased with my reasons? God is not impressed by action done just to gain something in return. True righteousness begins with the heart aligned with Him. The motives of the hypocrites. Matthew 6:2. When therefore thou dost alms, sound not a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have glory of men. Verily I say unto you, they have received their reward. In Matthew 6:2, Jesus gives us a gentle but powerful reminder. He speaks about people who do good things only to be seen, those whose kindness is more about appearance than compassion. On the outside, their action looks noble, but inside, the motive is empty. And Jesus says that the praise they receive from others, that's all the reward they ever get. But then He points us to be a better way. God sees beyond what people see. He looks at the heart. When we give, serve, or show kindness quietly out of genuine love and sincere faith, God notices. And He promises to reward what is done for Him alone. This is the beauty of walking with God. Nothing done in humility and sincerity is ever overlooked. People may miss it, but God never does. So today, let's choose to live for His eyes, not for applause. Let our kindness flow from a heart touched by His love, because what we do in secret, God will honor in ways far deeper than human praise could ever offer.